Here we go then. Venner. Is he going to do
Can Venner
it?
get round T1? That's the question.
It's not so much the front guys that I worry about. It's
Not the
like
front guys, it's the midfield and then
Green light, green light. Show them where
go
you
across the line. Number 2 goes green. Let's see how they get there coming into T1.
Oof.
car on the right.
that Gallardo is quick.
Clear on the right.
Here they come then.
Car on the right.
They're into the braking
Clear on the
zone.
right.
It looks pretty clean so far.
Oh shit.
Albo gives Venner a little
Car
tap.
on the
There
right.
it is.
Clear on the right.
Oh, something going flat
Let's
there.
get the boom replays in.
No.
there,
I
think-
ladies and gentlemen. Exclamation
I think that
mark
one
boom.
might have been worse.
And that
Yeah.
was
It's always worse the
Definitely.
second time.
And I have to say it, unfortunately, it's Fernquist at the back in his famous blue Ferrari who was off.
Oh.
Oh.
So then, Venner up to P1. I say up to P1. He started P1. So Venner then P1. Albo P2.
Jesus
Car on
Christ.
the right.
Al is up to P3.
Got some light damage on the front.
Nice.
Bloomfield then P4. Steve Hughes is P5. Garcia is P6. Mika Manika then P7. Grassman P8. Come back to second. Lesmos is still a little bit too wide, 3 wide, all over the place. Markowski then is in P9. Coulson is in the pit lane. He has retired to pit, so I assume he must have been involved in T1 somehow. That's going to give the place up to Golden itself.
I'm just having a look at a replay of T1 now, and Fernquist unfortunately got the starter of that chain reaction, knocking a few people with his shoulders down the
Seems to be
straight,
turn 1
I
and Lesmos.
think just picking his usual braking point. He's like braking at 150, and the rest of the
I've encountered
pack
a crash every
is already
turn
slowed
now.
down by 150.
Yeah, so did I.
That's what we're saying about David Jess's coaching school.
Whoa, for
Experience in general.
Why would you turn around in middle of track?
A rolling start. Right, if you're T1 in a standing start.
Well, also the people that were wrecking that were just kind of drifting across the track instead of hitting their brakes.
I think maybe we should make hold your brakes another meme.
Bloomfield up to P3. Nice clean overtake then on Webb into turn 1. Webb's under trouble then here from Steve Hughes. Well, let's go for him.
Steering wheel at 90 degrees, lovely.
Watch out.
He's got the
Yeah,
screen then
managed to go
into
into
round,
bits, man.
Curve Grande. Starts right.
Car's knackered.
Sends him on a fake. Oh, that is a wonderful move. That in itself
Like
is
that in the last
good
race.
replay. That was an overtake and a half. We watched on dash cam.
About
right?
4-hour pit stop, though, that's the trouble.
Oh, and Webb
Yellow
just
flag, be
clear
careful
into
there.
the braking zone.
There's a slow
Oh, I'm a
car
little
ahead.
bit behind, so I'm. Oh no.
Yeah, I managed to avoid the pits the
But
first
like I
race,
said,
but
like-
not this
Oh,
time.
shit, I've just missed
The
a
first
pit
race
stop.
between Venner and who was it in the end? Who was it?
Markowski?
Yeah, Venner and Markowski. Webb has come off worse in that incident. So Webb is now down to something like P5 or 6, I think.
Whenever I get into the pits, I have to lean in like a granny to make sure I catch it.
That is avoiding.
Okay,
you
2-minute
can
pit stop.
Definitely avoid that contact there, and that
100%.
coming off worse does not make.
Yeah,
it,
mine's 2 minutes 41 now,
It
bro. Just
doesn't make it
not bother.
Mine was in the
approved,
last
if
race.
that makes sense. I'm not trying to get it approved, if that makes sense. I do not know what Webb has done there. He's just decided he's not going to brake and use the back of Hughes as a brake into Lesmos 1, which isn't ideal. There we go then.
Yeah.
Venner is in, crosses the line up, still in P1. Albo putting the pressure on in P2, 6/10 off. Then the gap has opened up between the back of Albo and Bloomfield then, up into P3.
Yeah, that would definitely
Venner's
worse
best
than
mate,
first
Markowski,
race.
up to P4. 1.5 seconds off the back of Bloomfield. Then the gap is to Hughes. Let's go jump down the order then, because Murdoch looks like he's about to put a move onto Hassan.
Well,
Or he may have already done so. So he is getting a move made. I'm not too sure who it's on, because I think he's already done Hassan.
The battle for the lead is looking tasty.
We'll jump back up there shortly.
Elbows coming up to the back of Venner, but he loses it out of the second chicane.
I'll tell you what, I just for the people at home. So we've got 33 runners in this race.
I wonder if I'm here on my own at the moment because I can't hear Dan.
Can you not?
But I can still see the stream.
I can hear you.
And if I am on my own, I'm going to have to try and fill the air for a bit.
I can hear you. Can the stream let us know in the stream if you can hear people and who you can hear and who you can't hear.
Interesting.
But now
I will
6
join
minutes
you
have gone.
again
I've spent
shortly.
most of the time at bloody pit.
Okay, so the stream can hear both of us, but we can't hear each other. So, yeah, we've got
Classic
Ben and
Monzo, if you
T2.
ask me.
So what I was saying about the pit situation
Yeah,
is
no.
we've got
I'm not
33
sure why they
drivers
did a
in this
beginners
race.
thing
At
on
one
bloody
point,
Monza.
12 of them were in the pits then, at the end of lap number 1.
Is this beginners? I thought
That's
this was
how many
open
people
to
have
everyone.
been incident, they've all decided
Oh,
to
rookies,
pit them.
wasn't it?
So we've got then Venner P1, Albo P2, Bloomfield
Oh,
then
it's
in
rookies,
P3. Markowski then is in P4. Let's jump on board with Grassman. It looks like he's closing the gap to Monica.
They're trying to get all the rookies scared of turn 1 so that they go safely into there for the rest of the championship.
I think, ladies and gentlemen, Steve's gone for a very quick restart, so he'll be back shortly. But for the time being, you'll have to just jump on Moon. That's it, exactly. Venner is opening that gap. It was 6 tenths. Grafton then doesn't catch the braking zone and uses the runoff then. That's why the camera's not picked him up. He's had to use that runoff, picks up a load of debris, doesn't gain a position, doesn't lose a position. That's a good use of the runoff then.
Clear on the left.
In my opinion, anyway. He's not gained anything, he's not losing anything, he's not caused any damage. So Monica then up to he's in P7, 4 tenths behind the back of Garcia. Let's see what he can do into Lesmo's one then.
Oh shit. Gotta stop and go now.
That was dreadful.
Looks like there's a little bit of a queue then building up behind in front as well between P3, 4 and I believe it might be a back marker.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
The stream could hear both of us, so that was fine. It's just us two couldn't connect to each other for some reason.
We were just talking like, to each other where we couldn't hear anyone else.
I could hear you perfectly fine, so I just kind of let you talk for a bit. So Markowski then has got the slipstream of Bloomfield heading into T1. Let's see if this one's cleaner than this first race.
Yeah, now I'm a little bit behind here, so I'm watching the stream. So
Okay, and there is another back marker using the runoff then.
Car on the right.
Bloomfield and Markowski still P3,
Clear on the
P4.
right.
Markowski
Car
maybe
on the
looks
right.
to learn his lesson a little bit
Clear
as
on
that
the
back
right.
marker lets the traffic through. Prefer him to do that on the court, on the racetrack itself, but it is T1, so we do understand. It's good to see though that it looks like Markowski may have learned his lesson a little bit from the incident
Car on the
with
left.
Venner in race 1, because he was a lot quicker than Bloomfield into T1 and just broke a lot earlier and let him have the gap and let him have the nice speed job round to keep the position.
I think you've got to, right? I think you've got to just allow. If you're the quicker driver, you just got to wait for your opportunity to present itself.
Yeah. And like we said about Bloomfield, quick and consistent. He will have a mistake at some point.
Right.
And that's the thing. I mean, I don't think I say that. I don't think he had any mistakes in that in race 1. So that kind of defeats the object of my point. But I mean, there is mistakes in there, and it is a possibility to happen. So Markowski then is quicker out of Ascari. Later braking then, closes the gap up, Bloomfield. Can he get a good run then coming out of the last corner onto the start-finish straight? As long as he catches that slipstream, he should be able to eat that position right up. Hopefully before the corner as well. I don't know why he's not stuck in that slipstream for longer. He wasn't close enough to make the move. Yeah, it looks like he's learned a lot from race 1 because Markowski slammed the brakes on a lot earlier than Bloomfield there. But that's nice and clean again. We jump a bit further back down the order. We've been on board with these two for quite some time. We jump on board with Lord of Bots, Harold Grassman. Where is he? I've picked the camera and he's used the runoff again. They might have to. The stewards might have to have a little look at Grassman, I think, because that's the second time he's used the runoff. Whilst racing for position, if that makes sense. He's not gained anything and he's not lost anything, but as Smith has mentioned in the chat, he's not really within the rules.
Car on the right. Clear on
It
the
looks
right.
like he made us have an issue because he's just completely cut T3 as well.
You know, it might just be a bit of pressure. Is that their position, that driver behind?
No, that driver behind's a back marker, so
There's no pressure really.
yeah, because the car behind him is Webb, who's only just entered, or is entering a Scari, not a Scari 2, Lesmos 2, sorry, now. He goes on the loud pedal a little bit earlier, back end flicks out, and he's got like...
And Webb's on a controller, right?
Yeah, Webb's on a controller, so here's the backstory, we love a backstory. Webb and Bloomfield live like lifelong friends, they live quite close to each other, within like 10-15 minutes of each other anyway. Webb is a truck driver, so Monday to Friday he drives trucks and is one of our very valued key workers. And then so his steering wheel, he had the Logitech G29, was just sat at home and wasn't doing anything. Then we all kind of adopted Project Cars 2 and then into a Saturn Corso, and his steering wheel was just sat at home 5 days a week. So Bloomfield went to him and asked him if he could, they're friends anyway, if he could like borrow it while he was at work. And the steering wheel hasn't left Bloomfield's house yet, and it's been nearly 2 months.
Wow.
But Bloomfield has purchased the wheel off of Webb, although Webb will argue he's not seen any of the money for it yet. But they're friends, and it will happen inevitably. But yeah, Bloomfield has bought himself a play seat for his birthday, and he's bought a play seat before he's bought a wheel, basically.
and paid his mate back.
Yeah, it sounds very bad. I say he's not paid. He will pay his mate back. They have reached an agreement. But yeah, it was just quite a funny story that Webb's now stuck driving on the controller while Bloomfield's got his wheel. Here's the point of the story. So yeah, as that back marker does have a bit less going through the second chicane, but it does get out of the way of Webb. So
Clear on the left.
again, back marker.
Yes.
From Coach Dave.
Get fucking tight angled, bitch. Let's go.
Is it too bad? Is it bad to call our coaching academy Coach David?
I'll leave
is
that up
that-
to you. You can skirt around that legal forte if you wish.
I think we should do it. I think it'd be funny.
So if we jump back on board with the racing itself then, we jump on board with P17. Smith is only 3/10 behind Gareth Ronda. There's a bit of a train heading up here as well, so Kelmanes. Let's have a little look. Broom's not involved in that, it looks like it's a back marker.
This is a nice little battle.
Are you on board? Which one are you on board with? We're on board with P18 then, Kelmanes. We come into Scari then. Smith goes for the inside line on, I believe that must be a back marker. I don't think that is Ronda there. No, that's not Ronda. I've picked on the wrong car.
That's a brave move. That's nice.
Yeah, so Ronda's at the front of the line. Kelmanes then. Looks like he's just been overtaken by, I think that's your mate Vernquist as a back marker. I recognise the colour of the car. It's either that or it's Minman, who's also a back marker.
Just a quick one. What's happened to Venner? He's down in 7th.
Oh, let's have a little. Where's Venner? Where's Venner then? He's in the pits.
Again.
Not too sure why he's in the pits. Let's jump back a little bit. He's got damage to the front end, so I think he may have binned it.
Nice.
Get out of this replay because this is one of our Monty's working on the broadcaster tool to make it work and help us with the replay functionality a little bit better. But yeah, that leaves Albo back in P1. I'm sure we'll hear about what the reasoning behind Venner's pit lane is shortly. A few audio issues.
So I think Venner then, interesting. I think he was in the rookie split just by the data that we've got, but he's clearly got pace, hasn't he? But maybe suffers a little bit of the same problem that your mate has, which is consistency.
Sorry, who was that? Sorry, I was just trying to fix the audio issue on the stream. Sorry, is that Venner you were on about?
Yeah, I was just saying Venom might have a bit of a sort of the same issue that your mate has, which is consistency, because that's 3 races in a row now where he's been involved and not been able to hook it up for a whole race.
Yeah, certainly. So Albu then is up to P1. Bloomfield then.
Drip corner there.
Yeah, is that all out to, he's up to P2, and you can see the back of Albu, so it's definitely not a mission away. And I'll tell you, we can definitely see the back of Bloomfield, and that's Markowski then. He's still within a second of the back of Bloomfield. Let's jump on board with Hassan actually, down in P14. He's got the slipstream then into turn 1. Can he make it stick though? That's the question. Does go for it.
I don't know how that Ferrari ended up behind me, because he's clearly mighty quick.
Is he the mod, is he? Well, he may have just had a bit of an incident into T1. He may just about to be catch up. He had the inside line. Jones, I don't think they may have touched, but it didn't look like anything off-putting, and Hassan just went a bit on the loud pedal early, probably in first gear, and spun it. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not going to say there was contact or wasn't contact, because from the camera angle we couldn't see it. But yeah, he was fine for that position, and I think he just may have got on the gas a little bit early. So we've got 3 minutes.
I think this is another fast back marker behind me.
Driver of the day in. We'll go through them now quickly, so you know who you're voting for. So P1 then is Albu. This will be the list we use for the actual race itself. So P1 Albu, P2 Bloomfield, P3 Markowski, P4 is Steve Hughes, P5 is Nika Manika, P6 Mark Garcia, P7 Grassman, P8 Lewis Webb, then P9 is Nergard, and P10 is Goldenitz. So these will be the positions we use for driver of the day. Get them in the chat, so you choose P and whatever number you like.
A little bit wide there, a little bit naughty maybe.
The voting will
Luckily I'm slow, so I don't gain any time anywhere.
And then we may try and get a couple, maybe have a sneak an interview in here or there. We may test one, see who's available for an interview. A little bit of a post-race jobby.
So maybe a little bit premature to vote for the driver of the day just at the moment. We've still got a good couple of laps left, and I know where my vote was about to go, and I don't want to just use it up just yet. We'll wait until the end.
Yeah, so Markowski then looks like he may have had an issue, because he's got some big damage to the front of that Lamborghini. He's now 2.5 seconds off the back of Bloomfield. It looks like Albo's had an issue as well. Because Albu was 3 seconds ahead of Bloomfield, now he's less than a second behind.
Yeah, fucked. Let's go.
Maybe a bit of a moment somewhere.
Confused with my relatives now though. Hassan's ahead of me. Where's Grom from? Is that the guy behind me? Is he actually not a back marker? He's actually like...
Wow, this is on now.
Mistake there. Don't try and do it into Lesmo, it's not a good idea.
Not close enough yet.
Oh, Albo spun! Albo spun! He's gone on the loud pedal too early. He's gone on the loud pedal too early, and Bloomfield's up to the lead. Markowski then? Is that Markowski behind?
Yeah.
Markowski behind. Last lap, ladies and gentlemen. He's got the inside line. Goes for it. And he's clean. He's through into P1 then. So Markowski then from P3 is up to P1. Bloomfield then back into P2. Albu then.
He had a much nicer exit there.
Pedal really too early then. Who's out in the back? Who's out in the back going for a big drift out of Lesmos 1? That was a huge drift.
Got on the power there earlier than me as well. Good job. Grom took it, deserved it, well deserved.
That was Bloomfield that spun on Lesmos 2.
going to get back past?
I think, yeah, he is past. He's passed already into Ferrari.
Oh wow! What a last lap!
What is going on? Is that Albo spun, ladies and gentlemen?
Look at that right there. My goodness.
This is carnage. So Albu then, P1 into turn 1. On the exit, puts the foot down too hard, spins it, gives Bloomfield P1. Markowski then also gets a better run out of Curve Grande, onto Bloomfield, gets the position nice and clean into the second chicane. And crosses the line. Markowski then wins the race. Albu P2 then, Bloomfield P3, Steve Hughes behind him.
Oh god, please don't lose another another.
I don't think he did. So Bloomfield then P3, Hughes in P4.
Please don't lose another place into the last corner on the last lap.
Grassman is in P7, Webb's in P8, Goldenitz in P9, Nergard P10.
Wow! What a final lap!
That is nuts. That is absolutely nuts. That final lap.
Where does your vote for driver of the day go?
Oh, I've
then?
still got a vote, haven't I? I'm good. So when I said it, Markowski was in P3, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So
Oh, did you vote Markowski?
I'm going to vote Markowski, yeah, but then for race 2. I'm going to vote Markowski for race 2.
Yeah, I went Markowski as well because that was a redemption, wasn't it? That was an incredible drive.
That was an incredible drive coming out of there. And what makes it even better as we trip back to our cast account, if your webcam is on, I've not checked, is, well, we jump back into our cast account, is
Good job. Take it easy,
Lambo wins again.
Ah, bless.
Lambo wins again. So, drive of the day votes. Let's have a little look at the tally. And driver of the day goes to Markowski, or whatever his name is, Markowski.